Okay, if your manifestation is not coming, or if it's not happening, if you feel like you've just been waiting and waiting, or you feel like you're so close, but you felt like you've been really close for a really long time and you just don't know why you're not like getting over there, you're not getting over the hump to get you there, then this video is for you. We're going to talk about why your manifestation isn't coming and how you can fix that. So one of two things could be happening. And when you're in this situation, when you're like, where is my manifestation? Like, is it coming? It's one of two things. You're either doing all of the work to get yourself close to your manifestation, to align with your manifestation, to become the person who would have what you want, or you're just kind of like chilling and you're like, oh, well, I've visualized it and now I'm just gonna wait for it to come to me. But you're not like taking actions or like taking up opportunities that come your way to help you get closer to your manifestation, and you're just kind of like expecting it to come out of nowhere. So that's usually one of the two things that's happening. And the thing is, when it comes to manifestation, I'm a huge believer in taking guided action, guided and inspired action, to get yourself closer to your goal. Because the universe can bring you opportunities, people, connections to help you get there. But if you don't take advantage of those things, it's gonna take forever for you to get there, because you're literally turning down all of the opportunities that could get you there. And sometimes when it's little things, you don't necessarily have to do any work. Like, okay, that's true, but think about it like this. Let's say you want to manifest a free drink, right? And your friend is like, do you want to go to Target with me? Do you want to go to Starbucks with me? And you're like, no, I'm manifesting like a free drink. I don't need to go anywhere to like get a free drink. That's weird. I'm just gonna sit on my couch and like wait for someone to deliver me a free drink. But if you had said yes and you went, maybe someone like messes up an order, because sometimes when they mess up an order, they'll just be like, oh, do you want it for free? And if that person says no and you're like the person right after, they'll just offer it to you. So even if it's little things like that, if you're like not taking up the opportunities that come your way, it's gonna be really hard for you to just get what you want. The universe is not just gonna like DoorDash a free drink to your house. I mean, it could, I guess, theoretically. But it would probably be a lot easier if you were like actually going out and taking up opportunities that could get you closer to what you want. So that's a small example. But now, if on the other hand, you are already taking inspired action, you're doing what you can to get yourself closer to your goals, and you just feel like it's not coming, it's not happening, it could be that there is something better in store for you. But it's very, very hard to see that in the moment. Whenever we are faced with hardship, we tend to get frustrated and upset and angry, like all these negative emotions. And that comes from the ego, because the ego just wants you to get to your goal. It doesn't want to like go through the process or like grow or learn. It wants one of two things. It wants you to stay the same, to be happy, to stay in your box, stay in your like current existence, because it wants to protect you. It doesn't want you to like change. Or it just wants you to have all of the things that like other people would want. Like, I don't know, like rationally it wants you to have things that it thinks would make you happy and keep you safe. And when things don't go your way, immediately the ego tends to like get upset and frustrated and just like these negative emotions. But when you react to hardship in that way, your manifestation tends to take a lot longer to come to you, because sometimes hardships are little tests that come along right before you get your manifestation. And if you react in like a negative or frustrated way, what's going to happen is you're going to attract more frustration and more negativity into your life. But what you can choose to do instead is to see that this is like a challenge to help you learn and grow. And when you see it that way, you're going to react by rising to the challenge, by growing, by expanding yourself into the person who is ready to receive your manifestation, into like a vessel that's ready to receive your manifestation. And that's going to make it come to you so much faster. But it's very difficult for most people to see it that way. Whenever we hit a hardship or something like that, it's very difficult in the moment to realize what's going on and to understand that there's something better along the way, like down the line, and you just have to wait it out. But once it happens and you look back on it, that's when you're like, oh my gosh, like that makes total sense, because you can see everything perfectly. But when you're in it, it's very hard. But if you're dealing with a hardship right now or some kind of setback right before your manifestation is ready to come to you, just remember that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So focus on being the person who would have your manifestation and react in the way that they would react. to these hardships, because that's how you really align with that person. That's how you really align with your manifestation. And once you do that, you're really just like, you're vibing with the universe basically, and it's gonna flow to you, and whatever you want, it's gonna come to you so much easier and so much faster than like working against the flow. I mean, if you've ever tried to like swim upstream, like in a pool of water, in a body of water, you might know what I'm talking about. It's much easier to just go with the flow than try to like swim against the current. Okay, that's it for today's very short little video. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, I am selling these cute little law of attraction notebooks on my Etsy store, so I'll link that below. But yeah, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!